Well, let's go back to our focus on lawlessness now and get the views of some of the experts. This weekend, seeing these mass shootings, at least 20 people dead. Police finding over 130 AK-47 cartridges at the Orlando East Tavern. Let's get the thoughts now of Adele, Kirsten from Gun Free SA on what we should be doing about this as our country. Adele, good to have you with us. And I think let's start the conversation there if we could. I think there are many people who would support the reduction of sidearms, 9mm, but these aren't the kind of guns that most people are applying for licenses for. These were clearly stolen. What's your thoughts on the incident?
Good morning, Gareth. I think, the guns are flooding our society, whether they're legal or illegal. For those 21 families, it doesn't matter what the status of the gun is that killed their loved ones. In an instant, their lives are changed. So we need a comprehensive approach to gun control. It means all guns, and in fact, all guns start their life off as a legal commodity. All guns need to be controlled. But the best way to control them is to reduce access, to reduce availability. And our existing gun law makes provision for that in some way, but it needs to be strengthened. The other is that our SAPs, a cornerstone of good gun control, is that you have an excellent record-keeping system and that you are really good at managing your weapons, which means that you reduce the risk for weapons moving from the legal market into the illegal market. This has to be a priority of SAPs. And in fact, it's been suggested by Jeremy Very, and who is part of Gun Free South Africa, that it's time to bring back the elite specialized firearms unit that is tasked at tracking these guns, at removing them, recovering them, and then they have to go for destruction. So once weapons are recovered from a crime scene, they have to move through the SAP system quickly, and they need to be destroyed because we know guns are prized commodities. There will always be those looking for opportunity to push them back into the illegal market. So we can do it. We've done it before in 2000, the first 10 years. We were able to reduce our gun deaths by almost half. We are back up to 23 people being shot and killed every single day. So the killings over this weekend, that's what we wake up to every single day. And
I suppose the other side of the argument as well, though, Adele, and I don't think many people would disagree, the stats are shocking, of course, is the moment we try and put more controls on guns in a society like ours, there are going to be those, and I'm sure you're aware of these arguments, I'm sure you deal with this every day, that there are law-abiding citizens who feel that they're going to be outdone because they can't get a gun to protect themselves, but they don't trust our police. So where's the balance here? Where do we find the middle ground?
Gareth, the most important balance is what's in the interest of our entire society. Talk to people living in communities with high levels of gun violence. They are tired of hearing gunshots every day. They do not want guns. This isn't an issue of balance. This is an issue of what's going to make us safe. 24 guns are lost and stolen from civilians every day. It's one of the biggest sources of illegal weapons in this country. So we have to restrict access. We have to restrict access to the kinds of guns and ammunition you can, and to the purpose for which you can have a weapon. And our amendment bill, the Firearms Control Amendment Bill, is trying to do just that. It's taking away, it's repealing the section on guns for self-defense. There's absolutely no evidence anywhere in the world that guns are effective for self-defense. So both of those arguments, civilian handguns are a source for criminals through loss and theft, and defend yourself. It doesn't make you safe, your family safe, and any of us safe, because the gun that you've got to protect your family gets stolen and is used multiple times to shoot and kill and injure and devastate families across this country. It's time to reduce gun availability in this country significantly, boldly, rapidly. This is about what's in the interest of all of us and public safety. Guns are not the solution.
And another voice to the debate around lawlessness and guns and safety and what should people have access to protect themselves. Director of Gun Free South Africa, Adele, Kirsten, joining us. I just feel it's how long is a piece of string? You're either going to agree or you're not going to agree, but always good to get Adele on to talk about the other side of gun control. Is it civilian guns to blame? Those get stolen, get flooded into the market? Is that the problem? Is that where we should start? It's certainly one part of this argument.